Hello, good morning. You're welcome to Morning Pages Live. Where'll I put this? Here we go. It's a little bit cold here in Dublin, so I'm just going to stay nice and warm. I hope you had a nice weekend. What we do here is we do 20 minutes of free writing. Okay, so this is much like Julia Cameron's Morning Pages. In the book, Julia asks us to do 3 pages of kind of that size, that size. I found over 10 years of doing the artist's way, I found that was quite, I didn't like being told what to do, for one thing. For another, I found it difficult to give 3 pages the time that took. Sometimes that'd be 40 minutes. Sometimes it'd be 30. I didn't really get away with much sooner than that. So what I decided to do is just to give it 5 minutes here and there, 5 minutes here and there. And what happened was it helped me to develop a sense of compassion and grace around the practice. And it actually gave me a sense of control around the practice. And that meant that I was more likely to practice the practice. Deep. It was more likely that I would sit down with my morning pages if I didn't feel ashamed that I couldn't do the full 3 pages, you know, after hitting maybe an hour, a page and a half, or only having 10 minutes. Did that mean that I didn't do my pages properly? I felt like a failure after that. And the whole reason why we sit down and do the artist's way is to explore more about ourselves and to generally feel better about ourselves. Maybe do some creative pursuits at the same time. So that's the reason why I ask you to do 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there, or join me for these daily lives where we do 20 minutes. And we let time dictate what we can or can't do. So I invite you to get yourself ready. Every week I talk about something different, let's say a different creative person. Last week we talked about Cher. All week I'm reading her memoir. Pardon me. But this week I would like to talk about the Queen of Country herself, Dolly Parton. Dolly, Queen Dolly, how I love you. She always reminds me of kind of COVID and the work that she put out during COVID. When things are better now, or when things get better. That was one of her songs that she put out, and it was a song of hope, and it was a song of resolution. And this is what I'm going to do when all of this is over. That kind of thing, that kind of vibe. But her music has touched a lot of people. Let me know in the comments if you're a fan of Dolly. I would have known her for many, many years, known her work for many, many years and enjoyed it, and I still put them on the HomePod and play them and enjoy them. One song struck me lately, and that is one that's called Two Doors Down, and she released it in the 70s, I think the early 70s. And the song tells the story of how she's heartbroken in her apartment, but 2 doors down she hears a party going on. She says, I think I'll dry these useless tears and get myself together. I think I'll wander down the hall and have a look around. And there's the first glimmers of hope that maybe she can move on with her life. And what happens is she goes to the party and suddenly she finds that, her tears have dried, and she's talking to this, hot new guy and having a great time with him. In an interview, however, and this is funny, how real life inspires so many things. Real life inspired that song, but it was nothing to do with feeling heartbroken and then finding a new man. What it really was they were on tour. She and her band were on tour. She was on a diet, apparently, and she was dying with a cold, and she was not really sitting with the band members who were all going getting steaks and burgers and chips and shakes and stuff like that. And she heard them all laughing and having a great time. She thought, oh, here I am, miserable and, sneezing and not being able to eat and blah, blah, blah. And what she did was she took the bones of that experience and saw the potential. But getting down the bones is really important. Just, getting down the idea, the basic bones. And then she took an idea, married it with, the idea of romance and whatever else. And she had a hit on her hands. And that's how she made Two Doors Down. She took a real life situation, put it down on paper, and, then said, how can I make this a bit more commercial? How can I make this pay? And that's a lot of our job as creatives, is taking the bare bones, being ballsy enough to take the bare bones and write it down and then say, how can I make this creative? How can I make this commercial pay? Guys, it's 7 past the hour. I'm going to start our timer shortly, and we're going to do our 20 minutes of free writing. So all week we're talking about Dolly. Let me know in the comments what you think of her or her work. If you're a fan, I don't really like saying, what do you think of her? I mean, what do you think of her work? What do you think about her work ethic? That kind of thing. I like to examine other creatives' processes and see what I can glean and take into my own practice. All right, so let's start our timer. This is your free writing, a place where you can get out all of your worries and anxieties, questions, dialogue with God, that kind of thing. You ready? 20 minutes starts now. There's our time. Your 20 minutes are done. What we do then is we take 3 more minutes. Stop. We take 3 minutes and we go back over the page or 2 pages that we've written in those 20 minutes and either highlight or underline things to remember, insights, discoveries, that kind of thing. We take 3 minutes and we do that now. Okay. There's nobody on, so we'll still do the 3 minutes in case you're watching the replay. All right. 3 minutes for your review starts now. There we go. There's our 3 minutes. It really flies by, doesn't it? Really flies by. Now it's 32 past the hour. Normally I'll let you go. We do 3 deep breaths. I just want to ask you, before we do, I just want to ask you if there's anything more I can do for you here in these morning pages, please let me know. I do morning pages live Monday to Friday. On a Friday, we go longer. We go for an hour. And that kind of scratches the itch of the 3 pages. Do you know what I mean? And it also gives us a sense of control and maybe a little sense of reward as well, that there's a community here that supports you through your creative practice. And if there's anything more I can do for you, please let me know. Either DM me or drop a comment on the videos. I love doing this for you. I love doing this with you. Morning pages have been a lifeline for me for about 10 years. And it has become a place of safety, confidence. It's the first thing I turn to when I need to be heard and seen. So if you feel that way as well, let me know and join me. Join me daily or join me when you can. All right. I really enjoy doing this with you, and it is something I'd be doing anyway. So you're just in company and in safe company, and we never share our the contents of our pages anyway. Okay, let's do 3 deep breaths, and then I'll let you go. We go in for 4, hold for 4, and out for 4. We do that 3 times. And on the third exhale, we make it audible just for the crack. Yeah. Wild. Ready? And in. And out. And again. The next one, we're going to make the exhale audible, okay? Oh, wow, wow. Rain on the roof here in Dublin. Have a good one. Stay warm and dry if you can, and have a wonderful day from Dublin. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.